Good evening YouTube, Ian here from Coolice Charge Case and Power Supplies. Hope you're all keeping safe and well wherever you are in the world, and that you're doing lots of flying and potentially lots of charging. But anyway, without much further ado, very uncharacteristic for me, I'm going to keep this video short and sweet because I'm about to box this charge case up, weigh it, and then obviously contact the customer so get final payment and delivery cost. But anyway, small case, again, max 300 size case. This one's actually for Stu Smith. Again, this is a quad ISDT Air8 build, so it follows the same sort of format as I've used before in the past. I'll open it up so you can see it. So yeah, essentially, as you can see, it pretty much follows what I've done before. Obviously, 4 ISDT Air8s. In this instance, then obviously the connector outputs, then obviously you've got the 9-pin JSTXH to do up to 8S, but then the connector, main connector output, Stu Smith requested ISDT, not ISDT, Super XD4, which I haven't really used very much, but obviously I've incorporated that now into a connector holder, so I've got that design sorted. When it comes to doing the legend to go around the outside, the connect holders I normally do, and I normally have like the rectangle, the hollow rectangle going around the outside, because obviously the gap that I had to move the connectors across to fit them in was going to get very close to the mounting screws for the deck around the outside. We can just about see there where my finger is pointing to. I decided to cut this in half and obviously then radius the edges, so hence why it just literally goes around the outside almost like a dog bone kind of shape kind of thing, or half a dog bone shape, and that is the same on either set of charge outputs. So you've got the ones on this side and the ones on this side as per normal, and of course then I've mirrored them accordingly to obviously get them the right way around with the legends. Cooling fans again on these decks now, I've actually switched to, I think they're 40, yeah, they're 40mm by 25 or 40 by 20, one or the other. And that, again, it's another radial fan here, which is obviously then one here and one here, firing towards the centre of the deck, and then a 3D printed duct, which then obviously changes the direction of the airflow, and obviously then is very gently curved, so it obviously guides the air out and up from the deck. In order to give myself a little bit more space between, because obviously it's very limited on either side of the chargers, especially when it comes to putting the XT60s in on either side of the chargers, I decided then to angle each of the fans. I think it ended up about 10 degrees in the end, so of course then the 3D printed part, then obviously I angled that to match, and of course then by doing that, because the outlet on the fans is slightly offset anyway from the centre line of the fan, it then moved the fan in general, the fan assembly if you like, more in the centre of this gap or space down the middle between the two rows of chargers. So that actually worked better, because then obviously it gives you just that little bit extra room on either side to mess around with the XT60s. So I was pleased with that, and I've carried it through on this design. I did use that on one build previous to this, and I realised it worked quite well, so I've stuck with it. And of course the little radial cooling fans, for their small size, they shift a lot of air, which is handy. You don't want the heat to be obviously pooling within the case. And of course then this case is typical in that I've then got the exhaust, the 3D printed ducts on the back of the power supplies mounted in the case, in the bottom of the case, and of course then their extractor fans or hot air cooling fans also then just send the air, warmed air from inside the PSUs directly to atmosphere. USB twin port charge port as normal at the back. This is obviously that I left the cover in place on this one. Then you've got the push button to start and stop it, and it's also got the voltmeter in the middle as well, which you've seen before on my other videos. AC socket on the right hand side, centrally mounted, and I've found some now with a little spring loaded cover on them, so that's quite handy. Yeah, nothing too fancy in this one. Looking to get it obviously out to the customer so we can start enjoying it. No point paying for all this stuff if you're obviously kept around waiting for it too long. However, I do apologise. I am a very busy person and I work alone, so I'm not the fastest, but I like to think I'm certainly capable of turning out a very high quality product, as you can see from my videos. Anyway, I thank you for your time. Thank you for watching my videos. Please like, share, subscribe, and you know where I am for all your charging needs. Take care. Bye bye.